Obviously, you haven't heard the pup bark. Welcome to Mornings on Main Street, Clarksville. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Coming up, hear how Generational Home Builders is working with Santa this Christmas Day to help local families and little ones. After that, our Tennessee traveler, Tom Adkinson, shares with us some spots in downtown Clarksville that will help you out with those last-minute Christmas gifts. And then we get to sit down with the publisher of Clarksville Living. What changes have been made since he's taken over the magazine and what he hopes you get from it when you pick it up the next time around. But first, let's see what's making the wrap with reporter Cheri Reeves.
This is the wrap for the December 21st edition of Main Street Clarksville. Penny Scroggins, age 78 of Clarksville, died on December 16th due to complications from injuries sustained from the December 9th EF3 tornado that caused massive destruction in North Clarksville. This brings the number of dead in Montgomery County to 4. The details of this story are on our website. Candidates have qualified with the Montgomery County Election Commission in preparation for the March primary in the county. We list those candidates for you. Longtime educator Margaret Pace has decided to not seek re-election for the CMCSS Board of Education District 2 seat after serving 2 terms. We talked to Mrs. Pace to find out why she's stepping aside. The Clarksville City Council has postponed the decision of whether or not to raise those gas rates. They'll be considering the measure again after the first of the year. And finally, it's been 38 years since 248 Fort Campbell soldiers lost their lives in a flight that crashed on December 12, 1985 in Gander, Newfoundland in Canada. We provide coverage of the memorial service held on post on Tuesday, December 12th.
It's important to say their names and tell their stories and to keep that memory alive. It's also important for those that suffered the tragedy of their death and who still struggle with the weight of grief and guilt.
It's never easy. Don't forget them. Just hopefully have a strong network of group of people. Fortunately, I had my family and friends and that helped me out and just help each other out. Just don't be alone.
And that's the wrap. I'm Cheri Reeves, Main Street, Clarksville.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way when flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage. It ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again, and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
Beginning January 1, Delta Dental of Tennessee is introducing enhanced benefits for persons with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
It'll include extra cleaning times for people with special needs, extra time for exams. More importantly, we will create a training program that any dentist office in the state can go online and pick that up.
At Delta Dental, we believe that the quality of oral health care should be accessible and inclusive for all.
He shoots, and he scores!
This holiday season, the largest lantern festival in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. Witness more than 1,000 handcrafted Chinese lanterns featuring brand new designs, including towering mythical beasts, a life-sized Santa's workshop, and a 100-foot-long dragon. Welcome back to Zoolumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
Welcome back. Generational Home Builders is looking to help out families and little ones this Christmas Day. How is this happening? Well, I connected with Frank Tate to learn what Generational Home Builders will be doing on Christmas Day, who's helping them out, who will be at this special event, and how you can connect with them. Here's more.
Being a father of 3 children, missing a Christmas I know is hard. And after Saturday's catastrophic devastation from the tornado, I realize there's many families out there that don't have a home to go home to, don't have a tree. They're staying in a hotel, they're staying in a temporary apartment. And as talking to Kyle Robbins, the owner of Generational Home Builders, I said, let's do something special. We're talking to folks, we're trying to help them get back on their feet. Let's host Santa. And so we reached out to the North Pole. Santa is coming, and he is bringing his bag full of gifts for children 12 and under.
How beautiful is that? Again, Santa has elves all over the world that can reach out to him to get him to make this visit. So how, if someone is in need, you do have some slots open. If they would like to either connect with you, how do they do that?
Yes, you can go to the Generational Home Builders page on Facebook and send us a message that way. You can also give us a call at 931-202-9578, and we can establish a time for you and your family to see Santa, open some gifts, have some hot cocoa, just let your hair down for a few minutes, because we know right now is not the easiest of times.
Oh, you're definitely right about that. For Generational Home Builders, why was it important for the owner to say, okay, yes, Frank, I'm backing you on this to do this, let's call Santa?
It was actually a collective discussion. So Kyle is a devout friend. We go to the same church together. He's a young father. He recognized the importance. He says, hey, let's sponsor some gifts. Let's open up the doors in one of our homes, and so that's exactly what we're doing. We've also received help from Journey Home Inspection, Rise Collective, the Hannah Price team, and Farm Credit Mid-America.
Wow. And again, thank you to all of those who are doing special things around the Christmas Day this year, because of so many families and individuals impacted by the tornadoes and the strong storms that came through on December 9th. If we would like to connect with you one more time, that phone number, and by reaching out to that number to say, hey, yes, we do need a little help, you'll get the rest of the information when you call.
Yes, the number is 931-202-9578, or you can send us a message on Facebook through Generational Home Builders, and it will be on Christmas Day, the 25th, from 11 to 2. And as I said, we are filling time slots for that.
Fantastic. Frank
Awesome.
Tate, thank you so much. And
Yes,
you've been
ma'am.
seeing that number here at the bottom of the screen. So go ahead. You have a couple more seconds to jot that down if you are one of those in need, or if you happen to know someone who needs a little help come Christmas Day. Always appreciate what you do. Stick with us here, Mornings on Main Street. We'll be right back.
This Christmas, score big and give her what she truly wants. A diamond bracelet, earrings, or new diamond ring. And now, with Earthmind and lab-grown diamonds, we can match any budget, all offered with interest-free financing. Or trade in your old jewelry for a new, sparkly look. Score big points with diamonds from Hancock Diamonds. Hancock Diamonds, Goodlettsville.
Hey, what did I tell you about throwing football indoors?
At Implant and General Dentistry, we're proud to offer dental care you can trust. Our team, led by Dr. Andrew Flips, is dedicated to serving our community with the highest quality of care. We offer comprehensive dental exams, cleanings, whitening, and more. With our compassionate and experienced team, you'll be able to smile with confidence. Come experience the difference for yourself. Call us today to schedule an appointment or visit our website to learn more.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So, of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way when flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage. It ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again, and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. In a few days, we'll be opening up those gifts under the Christmas tree. But for those last minute shoppers and those who just have one more person to gift for, we may have the perfect location for you to go to find those last minute gifts. To tell us about it, we have Tom Adkinson, our Tennessee traveler, with us. Tom, where do we shop?
I am perhaps your typical male shopper. I don't do much of it, and I'm looking for convenience, and I'm not looking for a box store. And so I came to the conclusion, hey, here's one place in downtown Clarksville, park one time, and there are 4 places within a couple of 100 yards of each other on the main street in old Clarksville. And if you can't find something to complete your shopping list, just give up. There are too many choices. There's an art gallery, a pottery and ceramics store, a bookstore, and a collectibles store.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, and then around the corner, there's a brewery. So you can celebrate your success on your shopping trip. But you want me to rattle through them, the 4 specifics rather than just the generalities there?
I would love, because I want to know, again, I live in Clarksville. I know what those stores are, but for those who may be traveling in and visiting that want that last minute gift, they need to know. So yes, please.
Absolutely. There's a wonderful place. It's the Downtown Arts Cooperative. Artists from a significant region, very definitely many media, changing inventory, and it's a great place. Modest prices for the most part, but you pay for good art when you find good art. That's for sure. Just down the street is Hudaban Book Traders. And this is wonderful little shop, new and used books, nice cozy atmosphere. It has a wide selection. The owner told me, Erica said there are about 14,000 volumes on the shelves. Wow. And you can find something for anybody who likes to read. Across the street is River City Clay. It's a working ceramics location, so people can take classes and learn how to do it. But the merchandise they have is just beautiful stuff. Mm-hmm. The owners are great artists themselves, and just again, lots of variety there. And the last place, the 4th one in my little collection here, is the Clarksville Collection. And if you want something that has the word Clarksville on it, it's here. Mm-hmm. It's T-shirts and sweatshirts and mugs and jigsaw puzzles and lots of other stuff that has that Clarksville imprint, and other good gift items that are generic. So again, this is another store that has a nice, warm, cozy feel to it. And gosh, just lots and lots of choices. I'll say it again. If you can't find something, just give up.
I'll tell you, Clarksville Collection is my spot where I go to typically to find, like, say, a special gift or something a little unique. And again, there's a number of places in downtown Clarksville to find that. But they have some really unique items. And then, there's hot cider in there when you go in, they offer, and sometimes some cookies, which is always great.
The last 2 times I've been in, I did everything except put cookies in my pocket to take away. I mean, they make enjoyable shopping experiences there.
They sure do. And I'm glad you enjoyed yours. Have you thought about maybe going back to do your own pottery there at River City Clay?
That would really be fun. I mean, what could be better than getting dirty, or not necessarily dirty, but getting messy and it's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, yes. Oh, well, I'm so glad you shared this with us because, again, being Tuesday and Christmas Eve on Sunday, we're right there. This is crunch time.
We want to make it easy on people. Park one time and go.
Very much. And I have to say, you said you're the typical man when it comes to this. I'm not the typical woman, but I'm a last minute sort of like, oh, I got to get this. Oh, I got to get that.
So, indeed, everybody have a Merry Christmas and
You as well.
Keep traveling.
Thank you, sir. Merry Christmas, Tom. All right, stick with us on Mornings on Main Street. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Grin Doctors, your trusted pediatric dentistry and orthodontics practice. Achieve healthy, beautiful smiles with our expert care. At Grin Doctors, we are committed to your child's oral health and well-being. Trust Grin Doctors, your pediatric dental home for exceptional care. We go above and beyond to ensure the comfort and satisfaction of our young patients. Grin Doctors Kids Dental and Orthodontics is right down the street in Old Hickory, TN. Easy to get to and in your neighborhood.
You know that feeling you get when your team goes big? You can get that same feeling on Zen Sports. When you sign up for a Zen Sports account, you will receive up to a $1,000 no danger first wager. That's right. When you place your first bet in Zen Sports, you can be reimbursed for the amount of your first bet up to a $1,000 maximum if the bet loses. No other sportsbook will offer you a premier sports betting experience with 24/7 customer support and faster withdrawals like Zen Sports. Zen Sports, betting just got better. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 21 and up and in Tennessee to bet.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So, of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way. When flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage, it ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again, and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. What is a great way to stay connected to what's happening in your community? Well, a number of communities have local magazines, and there is one phenomenal one, let me tell you, right here in Clarksville. Continuing on with new leadership behind it, we're talking Clarksville Living magazine. We have the publisher with us today. I get to say we have my friend with us today. I know you well enough now for so long, Tony Centonze. Thank you so much, Tony, for being here.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, it is my pleasure, let me tell you, because again, I love what you're doing. Where's that change? The change started. So where's the magazine at now?
So I worked for Carla. She was the previous owner. She started the magazine 15 years ago, 16, something like that. And I worked for her for about 5 years. And she talked about wanting to get out and do something different. So about a year ago, we started talking about me purchasing the magazine from her. And back in the summer, we made it happen.
And what's it been like so far?
Treadmills, waves. It's been great. We started off September. It was a little slow, and we had a big learning curve. By October, we kind of had it figured out, and I think we hit our stride with the November issue. So
well, and again, I thought this issue was great. The September one. I thought that was wonderful. Reading through that, you're welcome. You can't do this alone. Do you have a team that you work with?
Well, yes, we do. Okay, so Mark Haynes is my partner. He and I have been talking about this for about a year, and then he also owns Clarksville Online.
Okay,
and so with us partnering up, we're able to get about 1 million page views a month. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's been in business for about 25 years. And so he has a great following that comes with him, a lot of Facebook followers and all that kind of thing. But with our website, our print, his website, all the social media, we're getting about 1 million page views a month. And he does all the layout and everything. So I'm the content guy, and he does the layout. And then we have Linda Austin, who works with us. She's a longtime friend of mine. And she kind of handles everything that Mark and I don't get to. So it's been working out, and we're all kind of figuring out our job still, but we're getting better at it. So it's working out.
That's wonderful. You have such a long history here in the Clarksville area. What is it like to continue to serve this way to highlight what's happening, in the place that you call home?
Yeah, well, I've been in this business for 15 years, working for newspapers and magazines. since 2009, I guess, 2000. Wow. Yeah. And I love it. And this to me it's not so much about the monetary possibilities. It's about, this is a much needed product for Clarksville. And we had a really good magazine that went out of business about 1.5 years ago. Carla was thinking about hanging it up and doing something different. And I just felt like we needed to continue this. And so the idea is to do a mix of events, talk about what's coming up, show things that have already happened in the past, tell the stories. I mean, like Kevin was on the cover in the October issue because he's got 1.6 million TikTok followers.
Yes.
So he's a really nice guy. He's got a great business here in town. But he and his one of the ladies that works for him, Sarah Sumter, put together this campaign, and we're honored with the
Golden Gavel.
Yeah,
I saw it. I was able to hold it.
Yeah, at the National Trial Lawyers Association down in Miami. So we've got people in this community that are making waves nationally. They're doing great things, and we want to tell those stories. And then artists and musicians and local restaurants and chefs, and we just really want to share what's happening, who's making things happen, who's making the city great, because it's booming.
Yes, it is.
I wish it would slow down a little bit, but I mean, there's a lot happening here, and there's a lot to be told. So,
speaking of stories to tell, Tony, where did you start this? Why did you start?
Start what?
Your photography and highlighting community things. Like, how did you get your start?
Well, photography-wise, I started when I was in high school. It was just a hobby, and I was okay at it. I enjoyed it. There were a lot of people that were a lot better, but as I got older, I kept going deeper and deeper into it. And I was in Europe in 2008, 2009, traveling, journaling, taking pictures. And I said, you know what? I'd really like to do this. So when I got back, a friend of mine got me into the Leaf Chronicle, which was a real honor for me. And that's where I started taking pictures. After a couple of months, somebody said, hey, do you know how to write? I said, yeah, I think so. So that's when that started. And it just developed from there. I kind of became a freelancer. I was full-time with Chronicle for a while. Then I became a freelancer, and then I started kind of working for everybody else. And I just love it. I enjoy it. It's not even like work.
Again, if you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life. And obviously you love it. And it shows through what you put out. It shows through, what we see in the magazines already that you've published.
Thank you. So September and October, we kind of hit the ground and got a feel for it. By November, we had doubled the number of advertisers we have. We increased the book from 32 pages to 48. Wow. And it's that momentum is continuing. So we're feeling really good about it. We're getting great response from the public. I'm getting lots of messages and phone calls thanking me for what we do and telling me they really appreciate it. So.
Oh, I bet you are. How do you decide what you're going to cover? What will be featured in each magazine, or where you go? Like, how do you decide?
I'm really bad at that. We have so much coming in at this point that I can't keep up with it.
Gotcha.
So we do have a team of writers, and we're trying to get them trained up on how to do event coverage. Rick Glass is one of them. He's done a little bit in the past, but it's his first real time as a writer and contributor. Christy Crawford is one. Paige Eisman, she's a fantastic writer. She worked for Carla before we bought the magazine. She came over, and Alexandra Arnold also. So we got those writers contributing, and a lot of them come up with their own ideas about what they want to do, which makes my job easy. And then I get calls from people all the time saying, "Hey, we're going to have this event, this fundraiser. We would love for you to be there." And so we try to do as much as we can
for free. Why for free?
That's a good question. Because I think this really is a service for the community. Gotcha. I mean, the advertisers cover all the costs. We might make a little bit eventually. We don't know. But it's just about telling these stories, letting people see what's going on in the community. And people love seeing themselves and seeing their friends. So.
And such a great little keepsake item too, I think. Again, if you are featured, you have something featured in here. If, you have someone watching there in Clarksville, Montgomery County, and they're like, hey, Tony, we do have this coming up. When should they get that event to you?
Oh, as soon as possible.
Okay.
As soon as they know something's happening, give me plenty of notice on it, because I'm running in 3 different realities right now.
Right.
We're a month behind on printing some of the things that happened back in like October and November. We're a month ahead talking about what's coming up and putting things in the calendar, and then we're current with current events and telling the stories of people. But it's as soon as people know, they need to contact me or just the magazine itself, somebody at the magazine. Let us know what's going on, and we'll try to get it on the calendar.
Fantastic. A couple fun facts about you. I know you love to travel. That is for certain. What's something else that people may not know about you, Tony?
Well, I'm an aspiring musician, but I've been aspiring for many years and it's not working out. But anyway, I love guitars. I can't resist a great guitar. And I love German cars.
Okay.
I was born in Germany.
Did not realize that. Couple fun facts there. I love it.
Yeah. And I've always had a great admiration for German cars. So I have a couple of projects at the house right now.
That's incredible. So even when you're not out working, you're always doing something.
Oh, yeah. I love it. I've got plenty to keep me busy.
Oh, I'd say that you do. Thank you so much for sitting down with me, for giving me your time. Tony Centonze, publisher of Clarksville Living. Be sure to pick this up. Where can we pick up the magazine?
Library, banks, grocery stores all around town. We print thousands of copies each month. They're free. And we are looking at even adding more copies. The demand is so good.
I love hearing that. That's amazing. Congratulations. Way to go, Tony.
Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. I appreciate you. Stick with us here on Mornings on Main Street. We have more coming up after this.
Beginning January 1, Delta Dental of Tennessee is introducing enhanced benefits for persons with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
It'll include extra cleaning times for people with special needs, extra time for exams. More importantly, we will create a training program that any dentist office in the state can go online and pick that up.
At Delta Dental, we believe that the quality of oral health care should be accessible and inclusive for all.
Christmas games, decorating Christmas cookies, and hanging out with the Tennessee Titans, plus a few surprises. Does it get any better than that? I don't think it does. Well, it was a fun-filled day for some Fort Campbell families over the weekend. The Titans' first Christmas for the troops took place Saturday at the Titans training facility. And I was able to talk with Julianne Folk. She's the wife of Titans kicker Nick Folk, the mother of four, and the organizer of this event. She shares with Mornings on Main Street what she hoped families get from the time that they spend at the event. Christmas for the troops.
Basically, we wanted to put together an event that we can say thank you to those people who are actively serving in the military or their families, because I realize how hard it is to be away from loved ones during the holiday season. So this is just something small that we can do to say thank you. We're going to walk through, we're going to get to see the facility kind of from the eyes of the players. We're going to get to watch walkthrough, which normally people don't get to do. It's like kind of top secret. Kind of see some of the plays they'll be running this week, get to meet the players, and then Martin's, who is amazing, who has the best barbecue, is going to come and cater everything. And they have been so generous, and we are so grateful to them. We're going to eat lunch. We're going to play games. We're going to decorate cookies, and then we have a surprise for the families at the very end. My husband's been in the league a long time, and we were with the Jets for 7 years, and they have a huge military base around there. And so the GM's wife and myself, one day we're having coffee and we thought, you know what, let's just do something to honor the troops that come to our facility all the time. And so we put together this event, and it was a huge success. And for me, I keep telling my kids it was a core memory. And so I've been looking for the right team and right opportunity to do this again. I just think, Christmas time is such a magical time, and the Christmas spirit's in the air, and just I'm getting to know these families and just getting to see the happiness, and it's just kind of a distraction, because I know a lot of the time there's a lot going on in their lives that can be hard. And so this is just one of those days where they can sit back and relax, and I just see the kids playing with not a care in the world, and that was the whole purpose of today. It was just a day of fun. This is why this is a core memory to me. So what we've done is we have created a North Pole, and we have bought all the gifts from their wish list, and we have them hidden in the back. And so we're going to take the parents one-on-one back there and show them the North Pole, and then they're going to get to take the gifts home in trash bags, and they can decide who it comes from. And so we also, I really have to say this too, because it was just the icing on the cake. Adidas stepped up majorly, and Adidas is actually providing a pair of shoes for everyone, and sweatshirts and pants and gift cards for everyone to clothe themselves for the winter time. So it was just a huge team effort, and it's really come together. I was kind of questioning in the beginning. It's such a huge task. I live in Texas, why my husband's here. Would we be able to do this? But people have stepped up, Martin's, Adidas, the Titans, and so it's going to be really an event to remember.